Guys, I have another pin craft for us today. It's Cinderella. She is my favorite princess of all time. I will freely admit. I know I talk a lot about Pocahontas, but she's my favorite. I don't collect a ton of pins of her because there's so many. It got a little out of hand, so I had to like calm down because it was just too many Cinderella pins. But I do have this really nice collection of Cinderella figurines and stuff that are really pretty, and some of them I had since I was like a little teenager and stuff. They're just anyway, I've got a nice little collection of Cinderella because I love her. It's funny, I could have done a lot, with her, a lot of extreme things, but I kept it very simple because I found the perfect paper. And I just thought doing simple might be perfect for her in some ways. So, but the impact is still really nice. So I really hope that you like this craft. You can also purchase my crafts on Whatnot or through direct messaging. If I have them available, I'll let you know. And thanks for watching, you guys. I just really appreciate you. And I hope you have an excellent day. Thanks so much for just being here. And I hope you have a great day. Hey, guys. So this is our pin craft today. So pretty, right? Isn't she gorgeous? I just love, and I like that she's turned to the side. It's just such a nice pin craft. I mean, pin. I love fig pins. They're just so good. They're just so good. The paper we're going to be using today is this beautiful butterfly paper. And I'll hold it up close. It's got like, it looks embroidered. It looks like a picture of embroidered fabric. And they're embroidered little butterflies on here. So this paper is called Needlepoint Nook Designer Series paper. It's from several years ago. I'll put it up on the screen, some of my friends that may have this paper available. But as you can see, it's all needle pointed fabric that they've taken a picture of and then replicated onto paper. Let's see. There's another one, so gorge. And oh, look at that one. That one's sweet. Oh, this one, I love the blackberry. That's a good one. Just really pretty. Oh, and this one is very sweet, very simple, but very pretty. And the back side are simple little stitching patterns as well, but very simple, very simple patterns. So really nice paper. I'll put it in the screen. I don't sell a retired paper, but a lot of my friends do. So please reach out to them. And they, Darlene Walker, Candy Rattray, the Sweet Stamper, also the Pampered Chef, they all have paper. Lisa Ray Designs also, all on Whatnot, they all have paper like this. So let's go ahead and let's get our paper. So we got Night of Navy. This is 5x7. Then we have, I think this is 4 1/4. So we have 5x7 Night of Navy, 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and this is 4 by 6. Okay. And we're just going to layer these together. And you see even the back of this one has the fun little stitching on it. So we're going to layer all our stuff together. Looks so good. Okay, and then we have this one. And we have this one. So I went ahead and I got on my computer and I typed out a phrase that I wanted for Cinderella, and then I used the stylish shapes, which I think are still available on Stampin' Up, fabulousstamper.com. I would double check, but you can, we don't have these particular shapes available, you can always find something similar, some kind of flagged shape, some kind of rectangular shape that would be a good label. So please check that out. And I just, you know, when I need another piece, I just cut it off the edges so that I'm using every single part of the Stampin' Dimensionals, because this is, you know, I know technically it's not already cut, but I'm not going to waste it either. So go ahead and we'll pop this down in a frame. Not in the frame, but in the cardstock. Making sure that's nice and straight. Yeah. Right. Then what I did was I have some various paper. This is some silver foil. This is some white glimmer paper. And this is a balmy blue textured ribbed paper. I don't remember the name of the actual paper, and I don't have a label for it. It's a scrap. So, but any, you know, textured pretty paper, I think with some kind of shine, you see how it's a nice little shine and glimmer. We're going to punch out some butterflies with the dual butterfly punch. This is several years old. It's been retired for quite some time, but any kind of small butterfly shape will do. And so I'm going to punch out 3. We won't, I don't know if we'll need the full, you know, we'll see. And then I'm going to punch out, I think 4 of the white. All right, so let's go ahead and punch out 4 butterflies. Let's see if we can get, I don't know if I can get a full 3 this way, but we'll try. Oh, I did. Sometimes, you know, you don't get that lucky. And then we'll punch 1 more right here on the edge. I always do it in odd numbers. I never use even numbers when I'm doing embellishments or any of that kind of stuff. I don't know why, I just prefer it not to. And we're going to be getting out our glue dots, which again, you can get these at FabulousStamper.com. Get my little tweezers. We have some different, I forgot, I'm not using the silver foil. I thought I was going to, but I changed my mind. I didn't like the look of the butterflies when they were punched out. So we're just gonna take our pin, and I went ahead and put just a board underneath it where we're about to put our Cinderella, to the approximate spot we're gonna put her. We're gonna center, obviously we need to center her head. We want to center the pin, obviously, but I feel like her head is the center part. And we just want to try and get it centered in the middle. Her dress kind of throws off what's considered the center, but we just push straight down. That one was easy. Oh, it's a little too low. I'm going to pick it up and put it a little further up. I forgot. What you're going to want to do is you're also going to make sure that you put some glue dots on the back of your pin. These are archival safe glue dots, and they just hold your pin in place. They just make sure that your pin stays in place, that's not going to come off and detach. I had one come off of the frame when I shipped it, so I just wanted to make sure that didn't happen again. So I put a couple different glue dots on here. It's not a permanent adhesive, not when it's used against metal like this, but it definitely will hold the pin in place. All right, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna go a little, we're gonna go a little bit higher than the holes that we had before and press her straight down. There we go. So now she's along the bottom. Before she was hanging off the bottom a little too much. Okay. Then we're gonna press her, we're gonna make sure we press down, make sure those glue dots adhere. And now I'm going to actually take those same glue dots and we're going to be adding them to our butterflies. But I needed my Cinderella in place before I added them. So I just bend the butterfly a little in the middle just to get a general shape of what I want. You can try and bend them on each side of the, whatever the body of the butterfly would be. I forget the name of it. There's a special name for it. And I just kind of roll up these I roll up my little glue dots and add them to the back of my butterfly here. Just to that little center area. And then I'm going to press them down on my label. That's a good spot for that one. And I want them to stay up. And so that's why you don't want to bend them too much, because then they'll go flat. You want them to just barely learn their crease, because if you bend them too stiffly, then the crease will fall apart. So let's go ahead and again, we'll go ahead and we'll add a couple. Add a couple more. Add one right there. That looks good. Just kind of try and get them placed. Let's fold a few more. Oh, this one got chopped off. I'll have to cut one more blue one. All right, I want, yeah, because I want a white one to be about right here. So, because I don't want it to be, because it's blue, white, blue, and there's a white right here, so I might actually move this one up a little over to this way, or, you know, straight up. You want to have it where it's angled and off center. All right, we'll do one. I don't want it to be too matchy-matchy. But I do want them flying around her. Now, the butterflies aren't in the original movie, but the cartoon movie, this one has a little error. But I don't know, I think they've been such a great adoption to her style. I think that they've just been, I don't know, they have a great whimsy about them. All right, that one we don't want. And let's see. We want it to be like just natural looking, want just natural looking little butterfly arrangement. As natural as paper butterflies can be. Then, now that we have all of our butterflies in place, what I have are these little gems. These are called iridescent faceted gems, and I thought they would just added the right bling to our project, just adding a little something. I put some of them over the flowers, and then I put some of them just tucked into different branches. Again, always in odd numbers. It's just my preference. Let's do one right here. Oh no, I don't want it in line. Let's do one right here. And then we'll do one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put 5. Let's put 2 close to each other like that. So it's kind of like a little sparkle flying around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six, and we'll do one more. How about we add one right here? 7. Okay, so just a few little faceted gems to add just a little bit of shine, a little bit of sparkle, just make a pretty little craft. So for this frame, I just picked these up at Amazon. I just picked these up on Amazon. I'm working on getting an Amazon storefront so that you guys can buy exactly the same frames. It took me a while to find one that I liked, So it is something to just kind of watch out for. So you want to be careful. You want to be careful with your plexiglass. Now, because it is plexiglass, it's more affordable than actual glass. If you find one that has actual glass, awesome, but they tend to be just a lot more expensive. So we're popping out all our elements. Come on. This little spacer frame sometimes gets a little stuck. There we go. And then we have our plexiglass here. So here's the trick with the plexiglass. You peel off this layer and then put it in the frame and then don't mess with it. It can scratch pretty easily, so that's the only tricky part about plexiglass is it can scratch. But I have to say it's been really helpful for me in shipping so that I know it doesn't break when I'm shipped. And it also keeps some of the costs down, because if I were to do actual frame shadow boxes, oh, it would be at least like $6, $7, maybe $10 more, because the ones with glass are far more expensive. Now there's a lot of static cling from the plexiglass and taking the little plastic piece off, but just pop it right in. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take our fig pin, and shadow boxes always come with like a little frame or a little piece of foam. Okay, and you're just going to put your Cinderella piece on top of that foam, and just watch your fingers so that you doesn't, so you don't poke yourself right where my fingers actually are. There we go. And so it pops right through. And then we'll pop that down. Let's check it out, make sure everything looks good. Everything looks great. And we'll go ahead and we'll pop this on the back. And we'll pop this down. And there is our final craft. That is our final craft. Beautiful, right? Isn't it beautiful? I just think it's so pretty. And I don't know if you can see the sparkly gems in there, but they're so pretty. They do have quite a bit of sparkle when you're up close to them. Yeah, you can see them a little bit there. So yeah, perfect little craft. So thanks for tuning in, you guys. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. I hope you comment, like, subscribe, share, all the things. And I appreciate you guys just being here. So thanks so much for showing up. And I hope you guys have an excellent day. And thank you.